What if the world's economy, the system we all depend on for our daily lives, started to change overnight, shifting in ways we never expected? Imagine the steady hum of global commerce faltering, replaced by a nervous silence that stretches across continents, touching every industry and every home. This isn't a disaster movie. This is a real question world leaders and families are asking with growing urgency as uncertainty seeps into living rooms and boardrooms alike. As of December 9th, 2025, whispers of a coming storm are growing louder. Economists warn that a significant global recession could be on the horizon for 2026, and the world is beginning to take notice. The question is no longer if, but when. And more importantly, are we truly ready for the impact that could ripple through every aspect of our lives? A global recession isn't just a headline or a distant concept. It affects your groceries, your job, your savings, and your family's future. The effects are personal, immediate, and often unavoidable. The global economy is an intricate web. A tremor in one part can send shockwaves everywhere, disrupting supply chains, investments, and livelihoods. Understanding the potential downturn isn't about fear, it's about preparation, about equipping ourselves with knowledge to face what may come. In recent months, subtle but persistent signals have emerged. Financial markets are volatile, major industries are slowing, and consumer confidence is wavering, hinting at deeper issues beneath the surface. These aren't isolated incidents, they're pieces of a larger puzzle showing a global economy under strain, with each sign pointing to a possible turning point. This video will explore these signs, hear from experts, and consider what a 2026 recession could mean for us all, from individuals to entire nations. The future is uncertain, but ignoring warnings would be a mistake that could cost us dearly. By examining the evidence, we can better understand the risks, anticipate challenges, and build resilience for ourselves and our communities. Informed decisions by individuals and communities are our best defense against uncertainty and upheaval. Let's navigate the challenges ahead with foresight, strategy, and a shared sense of responsibility, working together to secure a more stable future for everyone. What exactly is a recession? The term is everywhere, but what does it really mean? Simply put, a recession is a significant, widespread, and prolonged downturn in economic activity. Imagine the economy as an engine. During a recession, it sputters and slows. It's not a brief hiccup. It's a sustained period of shrinking, not growing. Economists often define it as 2 consecutive quarters of falling GDP. But it's more than numbers. Businesses make less, jobs are lost, and unemployment rises. When people lose jobs or fear layoffs, they spend less on cars, homes, even dining out. This drop in spending hurts businesses, which then cut more jobs, creating a downward spiral. Recessions differ from depressions. Depressions are far more severe and last much longer. The Great Depression of the 1930s is the classic example. Today, governments and central banks have more tools to fight downturns, but the risk remains. That's why recognizing the signs of a recession is so important for everyone. Economists are always on the lookout for early warning signs like canaries in a coal mine, hoping to spot trouble before it arrives. These signals can help predict economic downturns and give us a chance to prepare. One major sign flashing now is the inverted yield curve. This happens when short-term bonds pay more than long-term ones, which is unusual and signals deep investor worry about the future. Historically, this has often come before recessions. Another red flag is the global manufacturing slowdown. Factories in Asia and Europe are producing less, cutting jobs and reflecting falling demand for goods. This slowdown ripples through supply chains and impacts economies worldwide. The housing market is cooling too. Higher interest rates have made mortgages expensive, causing home sales and prices to drop. Fewer people are able to buy homes, and sellers are struggling to find buyers. Housing is a cornerstone of the economy. When it slows, so do construction, furniture sales, and consumer confidence. This slowdown can lead to job losses in related industries and less spending overall. Finally, consumer confidence itself is dropping. People are worried about jobs and rising costs, so they spend less and save more. This cautious behavior can further weaken the economy. This caution can become a self-fulfilling prophecy. If everyone expects a recession and cuts back, it can trigger the very downturn they fear. The cycle of fear and reduced spending can quickly spiral. These signals aren't isolated, they're deeply connected, and together, they paint a picture of a world economy under stress. Each warning sign amplifies the others, creating a complex web of risk. Ignoring these warnings could mean missing the chance to prepare for what's coming. Being alert now can make all the difference. The dominoes are lining up, each one ready to tip the next. The question is, will we act before they fall, or will we wait until it's too late? When top economists sound the alarm, the world listens. Nouriel Roubini, known for predicting the 2008 crisis, warns of high inflation, massive debt, and geopolitical tensions, a toxic mix. He says central banks face a tough choice: raise rates to fight inflation and risk recession, or hold back and let inflation linger. Paul Krugman, another leading voice, notes that while some indicators look strong, others are flashing red. He warns that taming inflation fully may require a bigger slowdown than policymakers admit. Institutions like the IMF and World Bank are also downgrading global growth forecasts, citing energy shocks, China's slowdown, and aggressive rate hikes. These experts see shrinking corporate profits and falling business investment. Their message: the time for complacency is over, preparation is urgent. The chorus of caution is growing too loud to ignore. Major news outlets like CNN and Bloomberg are amplifying these warnings. CNN reports on cautious CEOs, explains economic signals, and shows how inflation and job numbers fit the bigger picture. Bloomberg's data and analysis highlight market volatility, global trade slowdowns, and interconnected financial risks. Both outlets make the threat real by telling the stories of families and workers affected by rising costs and layoffs. Their coverage moves the conversation from boardrooms to living rooms, making the risks tangible. By keeping the fragile economy in the headlines, they help ensure no one is caught off guard. The public is being warned, loud and clear. These warning signs matter because the economy is a chain reaction. One person's spending is another's income. Every purchase, every transaction, and every job is connected in a vast web of cause and effect. When one domino falls, the rest can quickly follow, setting off a cascade that can be hard to stop once it begins. A slowdown in housing, for example, doesn't just hit realtors and builders. It ripples out to furniture stores, suppliers, and local farmers. Even small changes in one sector can have surprising effects on many others. A laid-off worker spends less, hurting other businesses and jobs. This can lead to a cycle where more people lose work and communities feel the strain. Globally, a manufacturing slump in China means less demand for raw materials from countries like Chile and Australia, spreading the pain. International trade links mean trouble can travel fast. A US tech company facing weak demand in Europe might cancel projects, affecting jobs abroad. The effects can be felt by workers and families thousands of miles away. This is how a recession in one country can become a global crisis, impacting markets, jobs, and lives everywhere. Trust and confidence are the invisible glue of the economy. When they erode, banks stop lending, businesses stop investing, and consumers stop spending. Fear can spread just as quickly as facts. Widespread caution can paralyze economic activity, making recovery even harder. That's why economists and the media sound the alarm, to give us a chance to act before the dominoes fall, and to help people prepare for what might come. Seeing the warning signs lets us brace for impact, or even prevent disaster. Awareness is the first step toward resilience. The stakes are high for everyone, from families to business owners, and even entire communities. Preparation is our best defense. By staying informed and ready, we can weather the storm together. If a global recession hits in 2026, what could it look like? Unemployment would likely rise across industries: tech, manufacturing, hospitality, and more. Families could lose primary incomes, facing financial and emotional stress. The job market would become fiercely competitive, especially for young people. Asset prices, stocks and homes, could stagnate or fall, shrinking retirement savings and trapping homeowners underwater. Governments and central banks would have fewer tools, with high debt and limited stimulus options. Political debates over spending and cuts could intensify, fueling instability. Globally, protectionism could rise, with countries imposing tariffs and trade barriers, slowing recovery and increasing fragmentation. The world could become less prosperous and more divided. Behind every economic number is a human story, A recession means families struggling to pay bills, buy food, or afford healthcare. The stress can lead to anxiety, depression, and other health problems. Job loss isn't just about money, it's about identity and purpose. Recessions hit the most vulnerable, hardest low-wage workers and minority communities often suffer first and recover last. Economic downturns widen inequality, erasing years of progress. Young people graduating into a recession face long-term setbacks. Lower earnings and delayed milestones. The human cost of a recession can cast a long shadow for years to come. Facing a possible global recession is daunting, but we're not powerless. Now is the time to build a financial cushion, save what you can, pay down high-interest debt, and review your budget. Governments must strengthen safety nets, invest in retraining, and support small businesses. Smart infrastructure investments can create jobs and lay the groundwork for recovery. Hard times can spark innovation. Businesses and individuals can adapt, learn new skills, and find new opportunities. Our greatest asset is working together. Recessions require shared solutions. Support your neighbors, local businesses, and demand compassionate leadership. We've weathered storms before and emerged stronger. By preparing wisely and acting with empathy, we can endure the challenges ahead. The warnings are a call to build a better, more resilient future. Let's answer that call, together. The storm may be coming, but we can build a stronger